Hello everybody, Rudy Fruity here. And I'm coming at you with a Monster Hunter advice video. Now, I know this game has been out for like, what, 6 years? And there's a lot of people who really know what to do, but then there's some people who, don't. And, with an influx of new people, sometimes it's kind of hard to find those old guides or find which one is useful. So hopefully this one finds you when you need it. Okay, so I'm just going to go over some tips. I'm sorry to say there will be spoilers for master rank stuff. So I don't know if anybody who hasn't played the game yet cares about spoilers at this point. The game is 6 years old. But yeah, we're going to go into the advice right away, okay? So the first thing I want to emphasize is to know what to bring. This is very important. You can set different loadouts in the game, which is important, but depending on the build you have will depend on what items you bring sometimes. Like, for example, I have a sleep bomb set. Well, like if I were to be expecting to put monsters to sleep pretty often and hit them with a bomb as the main game plan, I would want extra stuff to craft more bombs. Whereas if I'm just doing regular hunting, like in the Guiding Lands, I'm not hunting like a Tempered Elder Dragon or something, this is the set I would bring. It has cool drinks and hot drinks just for going in any terrain. Only a meager amount of healing items. Yeah. But in case you are wondering what generally should you bring, I would probably go with this one to show off what you bring. Yeah, my advice on what you should be bringing all the time is this item pouch right here. I am just going to run through and read every single thing that I have here. I have 10 potions, 10 mega potions, 2 max potions. You could bring an ancient potion as well if you want to sacrifice something to make space. Herbal medicine, always have herbal medicines rather than antidotes. It's much faster and replenishes some health. No berries, just because, there's so many ailments that this thing cures. It's crazy. You don't need to bring a cool drink. I just, this is my default for when I have to use a cool drink. Mega demon drugs, might pill, armor skin, dust of life. When you reach master rank, you definitely want to be using hella dust of life when you're playing with other people. Demon powder, also something you want to bring in co-op after you topple a monster or someone mounts a monster. In instances like that, you want to pop a demon powder and give everybody an attack boost. Honey is used to combine with potions to make more mega potions. You always want to be healing with mega potions, no longer using potions at all. Okay, trank bombs, because we be trapping monsters often. Flash pods, dung pods, because in master rank, monsters love to mingle and get familiar with each other. Forecaster, you never know when you need to return to camp and restock. Mega barrel bomb, because sometimes you be putting monsters to sleep and gotta blow them up. Pitfall trap, shock trap, power charm, power talon, armor charm, and armor talon. Wet fish fin plus is another item I would advise you bring if you are a melee build. Now, when it comes to gunners, I would advise no potions, just ancient potions and max potions. I don't know why I don't have an ancient potion in here. I should definitely have one. I have max potions and stuff to craft more max potions. Now the next thing I want to advise is to always make sure you have the right skills. In master rank, health boost becomes almost a necessity for some fights, like Kulve Taroth, maybe Elatrion. Yeah, though some people might also advise you to not bring defense boost, but I have definitely noticed a difference when using defense boost in those fights. So speccing into defense skills is pretty good. But generally though, if you are pretty familiar with the fight you are heading towards. Bringing hella critical eye and agitator would make the hunts go a lot faster. Somebody once said, I forget what the context was, but they said the best defense is a really good offense because nothing can hurt you when it's dead. So think about that in Monster Hunter. Like, you don't have to worry about getting hit if the monster is dead. That's one way to think about it. But yeah, I'd like to spec into speed eating as well. Potions take a little bit to drink. And also I just kind of got used to it since I started using speed eating and in my builds from like the beginning of the game. But yeah, critical boost is definitely one you want to squeeze in. Weakness exploit is also a very good offensive skill. But yeah, these are generally just, this is my most general build. Like it's my Raging Brachydios set, as you can tell. Another thing to advise, when you make builds, skills are one thing to worry about, but the main thing you should be worried about is your set bonus skills. So having a certain number of armor pieces from an armor set will grant you a bonus sometimes. The best builds in the game revolve around having these set bonuses triggered. Now, I have not fought Fatalis yet. Now, from what I understand, Fatalis sets are pretty dope because they give you a lot of freedom when it comes to set bonuses. So that's pretty dope, but I don't have Fatalis stuff yet. Maybe in the future I will. But anyways, yeah, prioritizing builds to have set bonuses are the first things. The things like Master Touch if you're a melee user, Artillery Secret for sticky gunners like me, Guts if you are, wanting an extra life, Critical Element for when you're fighting Elytrion, stuff like that. So yeah, keep an eye out for set bonuses to think about what you should spec into. Another thing I want to advise is to use different weapons. I use a variety of weapons, partially because I've been playing the game for a very long time and I like to try different things. But I do advise making at least one of every weapon just to try it out. Maybe look up a build for the ranged weapons specifically, because those have a lot of details to go over in regards to making builds for them. So yeah, the reason why I advise trying out different weapons is because, well, you might like something. Nothing freshens up the game better than trying a new weapon. And you don't even have to like go into something difficult. You could just like, oh, I've been using Greatsword this whole time. Let me try Charge Blade, and let me just beat up a Great Jagras, So yeah, just do that. Another thing I'd advise is to mess with the settings. Mainly the things that I would like to change is the departure point. Me and my buddies play pretty often, so we always like to meet up in the Gathering Hub right after Crest, so that's where we like to go after a quest. Quest join settings. So after you shoot out a flare, you'll have a join request. You want to set it to auto accept so you don't have to go through menus to accept the invitation. I like my health and stamina gauge to be dynamic. That's a lie, I like it fixed. But it's up to your preference. Player silhouette is very useful. So sometimes you're like fighting a monster that is really big, and sometimes you can't find yourself while you're fighting it. So yeah, setting it to distinct will make a silhouette so you can see where your character is when fights get too chaotic. Minimap, I like that fixed. Damage indicators on. Subtitles on. Hit armor, I like to hide. No, never mind, I like to show it. Vibration settings on. Cabba Scottfly settings track. Having your radio menu settings set to type 2 is very useful because you no longer need to flick your radio menu. You just press it. Camera speed, I like to have to very fast. I like to turn off aim assist. I like to set my camera to not focus. I like to set my slinger settings to not to lock on. Camera distance, I like to set to far. And I like my item control settings set to type 2. So those are the tips I have for you. Good luck with your hunting. I love this game. And yeah, it's a great time to play Monster Hunter World specifically. Rise is also popping too if you like that. Yeah, really appreciate you watching. Hopefully the tips help you. I know there's some veteran players who like to watch guides just because it's fun. So say what's up if you've been playing for a while. And maybe we could join some hunts together. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I'm shy. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you love Monster Hunter and also just nerd stuff because this channel's full of that. You're very much welcome to if you're into that. Okay, appreciate you. Hope to see you in the next video. All right, take care.